In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we're coming to you from the big city of Pearson, Georgia here. Rev and I made a long trip over. We didn't get shrimp or anything, but we're here and glad to be here in Pearson, Georgia tonight as your Bacon County Red Raiders take on the Atkinson County High School. What are they,
Rebels.
Rev? The Rebels.
Atkinson County Rebels.
The Atkinson County High School Rebels. I don't see any Rebels out here. I see some red, and looks kind of like the Bacon County Red Raiders.
They are. Their colors, where we took black on, they've got silver or gray, but they look a lot like the Bacon County of old, solid red uniforms, as you can see, red and white, and they have a splash of silver or a splash of gray. Good-looking uniforms. Atkinson County, just like us, played in single A last year, and they made the trek up to double A, and they've not found double A to their liking. I was talking with a gentleman, one of their assistant basketball coaches, and said in softball or football they've yet to win a region game in this new double A division. So Atkinson County is a little bit like Bacon in that we're sorting ourselves out and finding the way to be a little bit tough in the double A division, but we still have our playoff hopes alive, and we're very, very excited with the opportunity. We sure need Vidalia to come through tonight and beat Toombs County, and we need to take care of our business and win on out for us to be able to secure a spot in playoffs.
Yeah, we come into this contest tonight with an 18-10 record versus Atkinson County, according to the High School Association Historians Association. But all that doesn't matter or mean much. These Atkinson County Rebels here tonight are going to come to play ball. They have nothing to lose. They're going to go all out, give us everything they have, and so we've got to come in and just execute, put our game plan together, and make things happen.
Well, this is senior night for Atkinson County, and some of these seniors, they were introducing them before the game, and they want to go out of here a winner. This will be the last time they're able to take the field here at Atco, and, like us, we take pride in our home field as every high school takes pride in their home field. So I look for them to pull out the stops tonight. Nothing better. They would like nothing better than to ruin the playoff hopes of Bacon County here on this field tonight. So we need to come out. We need to take care of business. We need to take care of business early. We need to execute and make sure that we follow the game plan that our coaches have set forth. And if we do, I think we have a pretty good chance of coming out of here with some success. But we're going to have to execute. They're not going to roll over and play dead. Yeah,
we've won 8 of the last 10 contests, and even just looking out here on the field, I think this will be the first time this year that we've been able to say just clearly that we have more athletes and better-looking athletes than this team we're going to be facing.
And we appear to have more numbers, which is unusual. Every team that we've played, some as many as 100 players. Benedictine dressed 99 players the night we were over there with them, and I'm sure not all of them were, some of them were probably middle school players, not middle school, but junior varsity players, but they did dress 99, and here we are struggling to put 45 players, dress 45 players, and so we're more evenly matched with this size school. Both of us barely made it into the AA rankings. We've got 11 seconds left, and they've already got the ball teed up, and I think we're going to kick off as soon as the clock runs down. So we're about to get underway. We want to thank Cohen's of Alma. We want to thank Southeast Propane and also Flash Foods for this pregame show. And also we want to wish a very special hello to Shane Bennett, who is serving our country over in Kuwait.
Well, our Red Raiders are deep to receive here, and I say deep. We're on the 15-yard line, and so the kick is off from Atkinson County, and Greg Wright takes it around the left side, and he's got plenty of daylight as he gets up across midfield, and we're going to start this ball game over the midfield stripe there, or right close to it. Looks like they're going to come in and mark it. We're going to be in their territory at about the 48-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Red Raiders, a good start to this ball game.
Yes, it is a very good start. Greg took it. He went to the wall that we had set up, and I was glad to see him find a little bit of room. And it looks like already that we're going to be able to utilize our speed, or we should be able to utilize our speed.
We have the white uniforms with the black pants, and that's looking good. Pitch it out wide out here, using our speed again to Greg Wright. And he stutter steps and shuffles, takes it down to about the 27, 28-yard line. Great first down run here as Bacon County back-to-back good plays by Greg Wright.
Yes, he's wearing number 21 tonight. We normally see him in number 2, but he's wearing number 21 tonight in these white unis. I really like this look. What you think, Lance?
I do.
With the white tops and black pants.
As long as we're getting 20 yards every time we touch the ball, I really love them.
If we get 20 yards every time we touch the ball, I don't care if we're wearing camouflage.
That's right. You really have to be props to the announcing crew here tonight. You really have to be good to keep up with all these different numbers these kids use.
That's true.
Is it wrong to give yourself props? Pitch out to Drell Green this time. He
cuts
it up, and he's going to have a first down and then some. And as he takes it in, he's going to be down, and the side judges are running in. They're going to mark him at the 1-foot line.
Great play.
He just kept the pile moving, utilized his speed. I love it. I love to see running backs to get to the edge and set the edge a little bit with where they're going to go, and then to just put 1 foot in the ground and hard step to the inside. You really throw the defense off, and that's what
MATTTHRIFT does so well. Once he makes his decision and he puts his foot in the ground, he's gone. And now that's 2 outside plays, 2 outside pitches that we've not seen a lot of this year.
And I hope, you said it, we're going to need some help, but as we give it to Merritt there, and we make it look very easy here to start this ball game. It's 6-0, Bacon County, and you said it, Rev. This is one of those games where we just kind of come and you have to go through it, and you have to execute. You have to make it happen. And clearly, we've come out and started the game like we wanted to. But man, I know these kids still have a sour taste in their mouth from last week.
I do. I'm telling you. The only thing that could have made me possibly feel a little bit better was for Georgia to beat Florida.
Oh, they did.
TJ, Matt sets it down. TJ,
we have a first flag of the night. The extra point attempt is good, but I think the judge is going to come in, and looks like he's wanting to talk to somebody, so they're clearly going to probably wave this off. Quite possibly.
See what Coach Johns does here. I'm sure he's going to take the point, as always.
Well, I'm thinking it might be against us the way the back judge came in there. Some kind of illegal shift or something. I couldn't see. We had players in the way. Looked like some kind of illegal shift. So that's going to be 5-yard penalty against our Raiders. We'll retry that kick. Well, things were just going too pretty, weren't they there?
Yes.
So that backs us up 5 yards, gives TJ some more kicking opportunities here.
Just smooth and through.
He has been well, look at there. I'm just fixing to brag on him, and I cursed him. He has been a big boost to our kicking game this year. It is great to see the punts and then to see the extra points normally, and even gotten some field goals as of late here. Well, we don't finish that. 6-0, your Red Raiders are in the lead here. We would like to thank Cohen Southeastern Propane, Flash Foods, all those sponsors that make this broadcast happen, and then our steady sponsor that we like to thank every week. What's their names there, Ref?
C. Bennett and Johnson Insurance Company.
C. Bennett and Johnson. We really appreciate them week in.
They are champions.
And week out. They make this broadcast possible. And we have a good crowd of.
Can I say it?
Red and black.
They won the region championship. C. Bennett and Johnson did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They region champs.
Absolutely.
Let's see if TJ can get his foot into it. Something that's been a little bit suspect. We seemed to correct it last week, but let's see what we do here on our special teams. Bounces right to. Good play.
He gets up across the 30-yard line, up to about the 31 or 32.
I'll take it every time.
Yeah, TJ can kick that ball deep, but that's just something we've started doing as of late here. It kind of negates the big play from the kick return, and not a bad, at the high school level, it's always good. I'll say always, but it's not always a bad plan to get the ball out of that one best defender or returner's hands. And so we're going to see 1st and 10 here for Atkinson County on the 32-yard line.
We're not sure what kind of offense they're going to run. Good play by their quarterback.
And the ball is on the ground. T.J. Wiley picks it up, and he's going to come out wide and utilize his speed. Devontae O'Neal comes off his block a little too quick, but regardless of that, T.J. returns it down to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, Red Raiders.
Actually, a pretty good-looking play by Atkinson County. The quarterback found a crease and took it in, but we were able to strip the ball, and it was clearly a fumble. It bounced out before he ever hit the ground.
Yeah, that was Tyus Wesley. He made a little bit out of nothing there and had 8 yards on the carry, but coughed it up. And so something we're familiar with. We've definitely had problems with fumbling. We'll take one when we can get it,
sure.
I promise you. 1st and 10 for the Red Raider offense here on the 30-yard line. Wiley takes the pitch off to the left, and you can just see us utilizing our speed on the football field tonight as TJ takes it down for a 1st down. He's going to be
took the ball from us.
Well, they say we fumble now.
No, they just reached in. The guy that fumbled it last play turned around, reached in, and took it away from TJ.
And so TJ Wiley gives it up. I was looking at the yard marker to see where the marker. I don't know if I'm pretty sure it's forward momentum stop, but regardless, they give it to Atkinson County. We've got to put 2 hands on that ball. It's going to be 1st and 10.
When will we ever learn?
This is the next to the last ball game in regular season, and we hadn't learned yet. So.
No.
Yeah, we had two defenders there. He probably should have handed it off, but Tyus had a good run last time, had something going, and he's ready to keep the mojo going. A loss on the play of a yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 for Atkinson. Big contest in the state tonight. Lowndes County. I don't know why I'm telling you about that. Lowndes County versus Camden County.
Huge.
And,
is it that number 1 and number 2 teams in 6A?
I don't know if Lowndes is number 2. I hadn't kept up with them, believe it or not, but they're probably in the top 5. It's going to be
Grayson's went down, so they lost.
Another good hit by the Raider defense there. We spun the ball carrier around, and look at that number 26 getting up from the bottom of the pile. You're not going to get lower on the tackle than Romeo Carino, and he submarined the guy, and then Ronnie Peterson put him in the air a little bit and spun him around. Good play by the Raider defense. 3rd down here.
Looks like Romeo's got a good brace on that's helping him with his mobility. I'm glad to see that kid be able to finish his season out. I thought it was over for sure.
Yep.
Speaking of Romeo Carino, number 26 there, our middle linebacker, went down the 1st quarter of the Pierce County game with a bad-looking knee injury, and he's been able to play recently. Been able to play some. We braced his knee up. Good play.
Pitch out to the right, and there's just nothing doing as our Raider defense stands strong. You're seeing a good mix, and now a late flag comes in, and now somebody's pushing somebody, and we need to get this under control here. Even the cops come running on the field to make sure everything.
We can't afford to have a player kicked out of this ball game because that means they'll be out of the ball game next week.
So Devontae O'Neal is quickly taken to the sidelines there. It looked like it just started late. There was some trash talking maybe between each other, and there was a couple of pushes there. And Coach Johns is clearly out here on the field too, and he isn't happy. You know, this is just the thing that we do not need to have, and we don't want to see from our football team. We want to come over here and
we just absolutely have to be smarter than that. We've
well,
got to be smarter than
well,
that.
you won't. You know, you don't want to say it, but you want our guys to have more character than that as well. You know, you want to come over here and play clean football, be good sports. You know, this is a team that's been beat up on all year. They're playing for pride is what they're playing for, and so they don't need to be. Yeah, basically, we probably shouldn't be in any fights with them.
No, I don't know what was happening. I know that they dragged one of their players down. That's when I first saw the confrontation going on. One of their linemen, somebody snatched him, horse-collared him to get him out of the fray. He was not fighting with him. He was just trying to get him out of the fray. And next thing you know, their big number 66, see him there, that's the one they snatched out. Wiley, or I believe that's the way he says his last name. But anyway, I don't know, or Whitley. I don't know exactly what happened or what the end result's going to be. We're going to see.
Yeah, they're taking their time and making sure they get all the numbers right. And this is going to be a huge call here early in the ball game. You know, some bonehead personal foul moves here, and let's just hope that everybody remains in the game. This is not what Bacon County wanted to do coming over here. I know we don't want to come over here and, you know, sometimes in these crosstown rivalry games, though, this kind of stuff takes place. So this is a nice facility that they have here.
They do have a nice facility, and they've got a nice high school.
Yep, they have a good plan that they've built. It's just as simple, but it looks like it's just what something that'd be great for us over in Bacon County. I know we're probably going to have something at least this nice, I would hope. I think I've seen some of the plans, and so
yeah, it is
good to see.
A nice field, a nice complex. Well deserved.
So they're going to call a personal foul against us and a dead ball personal foul against them, offsetting penalties, and they just got together. They recorded the numbers, and now Anthony throws a flag on the referee for taking so long. I think he was just returning his flag, but that was what it looked like here for a second. So we resume play here. It's going to be 4th down, and Atco's going to punt.
That was
not
great
much
pressure
of a
by
punt.
DeJuan Merritt. He just knocked their protection.
And now another flag comes down.
What is the call? Yeah, it looks like the call may be on the coach.
Yeah, there might be a
Sideline
sideline warning there or something.
It's already got the shapings of getting out.
Yeah,
Something could get out of control.
Definitely what we didn't want to see here in Pierce.
I wonder if this press box has got a
tonight.
lock on it for this night, so we might need to be locking ourselves
So
in
that's
here.
going to be there's going to be a personal foul call against the Rebels. I didn't see a personal foul, but it may be some sideline warning, or you don't know what's going down on the sidelines and who's saying what and who's had enough of hearing what. So
we just got to keep our heads about us. Maybe the game will get sorted out in just a minute. We've played not even quite 4 minutes on the game clock yet, and it looks like feels like we've already played a quarter.
And I don't know what I wish if anybody has scores, they could text me or Rev here. As we go deep, and Devontae O'Neal is wide open, and Matt Thrift puts it on the money.
Well, they stacked it up. They had nobody more than 3 yards off the football.
Man, I'm sitting here talking about somebody text me a Vidalia score and fixing to talk about that. I blink, and this Red Raider offense suddenly became quick strike, and they score with one play, touchdown. It's 13. Well, it's 12 right now. 12-0, Bacon County.
Just got an update. It's 9-0, Vidalia over Toombs.
Well, that's good news.
Yes. Can we make
That
it
is good
39-0, and I'll start breathing again? I hadn't breathed all week. Are we going for one? I'm sure Coach Johns is going to go for two here. We need to hurry whatever we're going to do.
So it's 12-0. 8 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this first quarter. 4 minutes haven't even gone yet. We've scored twice, turned the ball over once, gotten a fumble. Now we pitch it wide left to Drell, and he just we are clearly faster. We are clearly bigger. We're clearly stronger. We're just a better football team here tonight in Pearson, Georgia.
Yes, so far we are. You know, it's hard. I've been on not on a lot of them in my career, but I have been on the end of some teams where you had losing records, and when it gets this late in the season and you haven't won a game, I'm sure it's hard to get motivated. It's just getting through the season, getting out of here. I just hope that we are able to get out of here tonight without a lot of injuries or anybody getting ejected. We need to keep it.
Well,
keep it real. Keep it,
great football teams. What you're saying is if we can play with some composure here and be the mature team that we need to be.
Yeah.
And great football teams act like they've been there before. And I hope we can come over here tonight and, with some class.
Thank you.
And with some dignity and walk out of here and show some respect to a team that clearly is not on the same level that we're on.
Three very good words: composure, class, and dignity. And if we can do that, we can prove that we belong. In the talk of the playoffs, and I think we can. I think we should.
We've talked about it time and time again off the radio or off the internet, wherever we're at there, Rev. We really believe in our football team, and we just feel like if we could get into the series here where you play to win and keep it going. This thing they call the playoffs, I really feel like we have a good chance. And
I do too.
And boy, when we lost last week and we come out tonight firing, thank goodness, but just that's a tough loss. And I'm sure it was a tough week of coaching, tough way to try to pull your team together and keep everybody hitting as hard as they have been in practice when suddenly you don't control your own destiny anymore. And
especially when you've not just been out and out beat. You've done things that cost you the game. Good play by the quarterback.
Wesley keeps it, and he goes around the left side, and Richard Crawford whiplashes him down. No, nothing bad about the tackle. Just
boy, where did Richard
strong.
Come from? It looks like guys got a seam, and all of a sudden Richard comes out of nowhere. A great play by Richard Crawford.
He gets lost in those white jerseys as we're looking down at him here, and he come from his linebacker spot there and just filled the hole.
Yes, he did.
It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Rebels here.
I don't know. What is this called? I don't know. Let's see.
They do a wide receiver screen. He does shift a little bit and makes a man or two miss, but we had 3 or 4 there. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5 for the Rebels.
Good looking play. Our pursuit looks real good. He just stood up and threw the ball out wide just to get 3 or 4 yards, and that's what that play's good for. And as long as they're trying to go 3 or 4,
Yeah, we'll give them 3 or 4 all day long on 2nd and 10. 3rd and 5 here.
All right, defense, let's rise up right here. Here goes our quarterback.
And they keep it, and that's Wesley. Again, he's going to run for the 1st down, and he's going to be up to about he crosses the 50-yard line, so he's down to the 45, a gain of about 10, 12 yards on. That's a nice run.
Tyus Wesley.
By
he's
Tyus
just a
Wesley.
sophomore, yeah.
And you can tell why they have him in that position. He showed nice speed there to get around the edge. When you make it around the edge on this Bacon County football team, we feel like you've got good speed. We like the way our defense plays. We like the speed we have on defense, and so good-looking play there by Wesley.
Well, they've got a spread everywhere now. You're going to turn around.
Fumble ball on the ground again, and we
Dylan
fall
Miles
on it.
Comes up with a football.
He come through.
Yeah,
that's
Dylan
Miles.
Great play.
He come through. He saw the ball. That's fumble drill in practice right there.
Yes,
He got horizontal parallel to the ground there.
We've not mentioned a lot about Dylan this year, but Dylan's he's getting better and better, as sophomores should. And good-looking athlete. He's got muscles on top of muscles. And after it took him a little while after his shoulder injury to get back in playing form, but we're seeing a lot of him on the offensive and the defensive side of the ball. So we look forward to a lot of great things out of him in the future.
Yeah, he looked like he laid down there, and he reached out and got the ball, used his go-go gadget arms there, and just drug it in. He's a good-looking athlete.
There goes DeJuan.
DeJuan Merritt off the right side and doing what he's been doing all year. Is after somebody hits him, he takes them 2 or 3 more yards. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Great run by DeJuan Merritt.
They're tackled by Jamian Johnson, number 53. He's just a sophomore. He's a good-looking athlete, good-looking linebacker. He looks what linebackers supposed to look like.
Yeah, Atkinson County they do have some athletes, but they just clearly do not have the players on the field, as we have a miscue there, and Thrift pitches it, and it's behind Wiley, but he does come down with it. It was a pitch that Wiley should have caught. He hit him in the hands.
It looked like Matt was bobbling that from the very get-go. I don't know if he pulled it, and in the transition by pulling it, it caused him to lose a handle on the ball, but it never looked like he completely had control of the football. Who was that bobbling? Was that TJ or was that Richard?
Yeah, that was Wiley.
Was it Wiley?
It was TJ Wiley, yeah.
Okay. Bring Greg Wright in.
So the loss
got Devontae out here. You got our throwing package. Yes. Boy, the middle of the
3
field.
wide
Look
receivers
at the middle
set here.
of the field. Wow.
Devontae is wide open again. He comes out here and throws it to Greg Wright, and Greg gets up and gets the first down.
Good play.
Man, the way we've
Devontae
been throwing
was
the
wide
ball,
open across the middle. He was
trying to let him know too. He's hungry for it. Yep. Yeah, he's got touchdown fever now. But
he's had a really good year. Can we ever forget that pass?
No, sir.
That play down at Toombs,
sir.
where he just went up and got the ball.
Yep, and you called it too right before he did it.
Well, we're seeing a lot of teams, and rightfully so, I guess, but they know they've got to stop the run. Not that anybody really effectively, maybe Vidalia a little bit in the second half last week stopped us. But, Matt.
We took the pitch deep there, and they just played good defense. They made Matt pitch
pitched the ball too quick. He pitched it too quick. He didn't make them commit. Maybe should have even kept it.
Well, we don't know this, but I would just imagine that Coach Johns has told Matt, I don't need you to be a superhero tonight. I need you to pitch the ball.
The last 2 games he's had.
Yeah, he's taken some shots, and he is.
But he's took a beating.
Yep. And so that's going to be, as you said it, the main goal is getting out of here healthy tonight. We already have a 14-0 lead.
There goes Greg. Cut it up, Greg. You can't stretch it too far, Greg.
So it's going to be 3rd down. Nothing gained on the play. 3rd down and 11 now for our Red Raiders at the 42-yard line.
Greg has got a lot of speed, but sometimes he fails to go north and south when he's supposed to. You just allow him to string it out, and he runs out of yardage.
Well, and he is not a 5'10", 175-pound young man.
No, he's not. That's true.
And so he needs to utilize what he's working with there, and he's got speed and size. And, boy, Matt is just rolling out and throwing it at Wheels.
Way to run over somebody,
Just
Greg.
As soon as we mention it, he turns it up and puts the shoulder on somebody.
Yeah, somebody's got a headache on that side.
Man, Matt just looks like a totally different quarterback. When we execute these rollouts and give him some opportunity to roll out and hit those little crossing passes and different things. He really looks good doing that.
Well, my son, Matthew, as we've said, coaches over there, and he says that, and he was a quarterback in high school, and he said that to his knowledge, just from the people that he's seen, Matt Thrift is one of the better rollout passers that he's ever seen as far as his accuracy. Just picking up the right guy, looking down, his progressions and picking out the right receiver, which he's done so far. Oh, Lord,
and we have a flag on the play, and you can bet, we're really praying that Vidalia pulls it out tonight and beats Toombs, where we'll get in the playoffs and have that seed. But you can bet that going forward, you always make those. You use the regular season as a football team to kind of figure out where everybody needs to be and where you're best at, and your team really gets better as the year goes on. Everybody's team does if they're doing it right. And we have left a lot of meat on the bone, offensively and defensively. And boy, what a beautiful play. Ronnie Peterson spins out of it and goes in for the score. He just will not
He's
go
been begging
down.
the coach to hand it to him. I saw him about 3 or 4 plays ago beating himself on the chest. Coach, hand it to me. Coach, hand it to me. He was wanting to score, and it's now 20-0 with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first quarter. So any letdown that we may have thought we had, we've answered that question.
And as you saw that play there, a lot of times the quarterback, when they hand the ball off, they'll look back at the ball carrier, momentarily. Matt, if we'll carry out our fakes and, still do our things, that running back can be 5 yards past the lineman there if we give the opportunity to do so. And that was a good-looking play from Jump Street.
It sure was.
As we roll out again, and it's just a little lollipop pass, and it's complete. The 2-point conversion is good, as we're not even going to try to kick the extra points here much tonight. It doesn't look like after that debacle here to begin with. So it's 22-0, 2 minutes and 24 seconds here in the first quarter, as our Red Raiders have just come out and executed and done what we've needed to do here to start this ball game. So while we have a minute here, we'd like to thank C. Bennett and Johnson for making this broadcast possible. But since we're talking about insurance, let's just talk about some what-ifs here.
All right, talk about it.
Now, I want you to explain to our listening audience what's going to happen
that was smooth.
if Toombs beats Vidalia tonight, and how all that's going to work out. Could you please?
If Toombs beats Vidalia, we're out.
All right. Now, could you please explain to me what happens if Vidalia beats Toombs?
Vidalia beats Toombs and we win out, we're in.
So it's 12-0 now. Vidalia is over Toombs, and that's a live ball, and they do fall on it as we kick it hard into their front line. They're going to have it 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
22. What am I talking about? If we're in, if we win out, if we lose against Bryan, then we've got to have, I can't remember if it's Benedictine to win or MCA to win, and then there's a 3-team playoff or something along those lines.
Right.
There is a possibility where we can possibly have to play a 3-team mini playoff on Monday. Not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. And I don't know exactly what that scenario is.
Boy, that guy has some speed. That's number 10 for Atkinson County, Kendavius Smith. And, buddy, he took the pitch around the right side, and he said, "I'll see y'all later." And he was 15 yards down the field before you could say supercalifragilistic. I don't want to see expialidocious. He'd have scored. I'm telling you.
I think I used to date her.
He would have scored. If you would have said the whole word, he would have scored. That kid was fast. Nice run for the Rebels. That takes them across midfield at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Less than 2 minutes now to go in this first quarter. It seems it's taken forever. Wesley keeps it that time and
nice
nothing
field.
going. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, yeah. Dylan Miles in the backfield again. Anthony Florence back there. He's typically back there up underneath somebody's shin pads.
You know, Atco's just running different sets at us, and you know, they're running some spread. They look like that one time they ran one single T, single wing. I've not seen them line up in the wing T yet. Now, let's see. It looks like they're in the I formation with a wing back. Pitch it. There you go. That's the way to feel.
That's the same running back that went for a big run earlier. It was just nothing going. Didn't let him get his head of steam going.
We stymied it. We set an edge and made him turn back inside to the pursuit. I guess that was Dewan. And Dewan, I think, came away with the tackle too. But he really met the running back or the wing back. He met him in the backfield and stopped it.
And one thing I've seen our guys doing here in the last game or two, when one guy stands them up, we're really getting aggressive about trying to get that ball out of there. It's not a bad thing as long as we have them wrapped up, but when we start focusing too much on it, it can become a bad thing. Wesley rolls out to the left, and he throws it. It is tipped.
Good play
by Greg Wright.
Should have been illegal motion. They had a wing back that started just a fraction of a second, but we'll take fourth down.
We're not going to fuss about wing back starting a fraction of a second. I think I've seen about 100 plays from our offense.
With Ronnie Peterson leaning forward, yeah, he does.
Fourth down. That's fourth down for the Rebels here as our defense holds on that third down. It was open momentarily, but just our speed closed in, and we were able to tip that pass away. They don't have everybody they need on the field, and they're going to call a timeout. Here is Coach Itten real happy here. 22 seconds to go in this first quarter. We'd like to thank C. Bennett and Johnson again for making this broadcast possible. We'd like to thank the fans across the field there from the press box here in Pearson, Georgia tonight. They're putting up a fuss on that side and coming over and supporting. It is just any of these crosstown rivalry games, you want to come and just be a part of it. You want to be the best in your area, right?
Oh, we do, and it is an outstanding-looking crowd that's following. We're still very much alive. We're very much alive, and as you're looking on your TV screen, this number 50 for Atkinson County that's walking out to the middle, I think he plays center for them. He's a senior. His name is Dustin Bagley, and I was very impressed. Of course, me being in the ministry, you too, Lance, very impressed. He's already answered the call of the Lord. He's the FCA president, and he feels like he wants to be a preacher, and he wants to go study in the ministry. So congratulations to that young man. He's a winner off the field, whether he is on the field or not. Got a little fake.
As Wesley passes it, and he had the receiver there.
Sure
hit
did.
him in the hands, and it just went right on through. So they're going to give the ball back to us. Not a bad play there at all by the Rebels.
You're down 22 to nothing. What you got to lose?
Yeah, you're fighting for your pride and everything that you want to have here, and so I give good props.
And 22, the quarterback. I mean, he done all he could do. I mean, he hit him right in the hands.
Just did not finish the play. Great play call and almost perfect execution. Had us even fooled as we were standing around the ball carrier, or receiver there, but didn't make a play. He just dropped it.
If you're Atkinson County here and we just scored up the middle, we've scored on a touchdown pass, and we've scored on a pitch, what do you do? What do you do to respond here? There goes Dewan.
Well, Dewan Merritt up the middle for 10 yards.
Yeah.
He's going to be marked at the first down marker. It's probably going to be 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up the first quarter. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back to you from Pearson, Georgia tonight as soon as play resumes here in this second quarter. Thank you for watching Red Raider football.
bring me one and I'll pay for it. Okay, as we change sides, we also got first down, Bacon County first down on Atkinson County's 45-yard line. We've got Matt in the shotgun. Spread the field a little bit wide. Let's see what we do here. Is he going to throw the ball? We're going to do a 2-minute drill. What we going to do? We're going to work on some things, I'm sure. Oh, goodness. Well, we got illegal motion. Let's see what the call is. I'm not sure what the call is going to be. It's illegal motion or illegal shift. I'm not sure exactly what the call was. DeJuan Merritt checks out of the game, and Ronnie Peterson checks in. Coach is signaling in. Coach John's been sick today. He's signaling in the play. Matt again is in the shotgun. Here goes Greg. Hands the ball. Oh, man. Cut it up.
Greg,
there you go,
right,
Greg.
made one-man miss. He
Great
spins
play.
after first contact, falls forward.
Good play, yes.
There was a lot going on in that play, and you can tell it's something different that we haven't been doing, but it did look good. Makes it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 now for our Red Raiders.
Up 22-0 in the beginning of the second quarter. I think it's a perfect opportunity for us to work on some stuff in some new sets, some things that we're going to need if they shut us down in one area, place that we're able to get. We're getting set, taking a little time.
Same look there, and this time
Matt.
Thrift keeps it, and he tries it off the left side, and he's going to use his speed to get the edge, and he gets it all the way down to the 20-yard line.
You knew it was a matter of time before Matt was able to keep the ball. Just like you said, you carry out your fakes. That's another thing. They don't ever know when you have it.
And number 5 for the Rebels there, Chris Williams, a senior. He had an angle on. There was about 3 yards of sideline there for Matt to take, and he took it, and the defender there had to end up tackling him from behind almost. If he would have waited a little bit longer, Matt would have been by him.
Got Devontae wide. There goes Greg.
Gives it this time to Greg. He goes off the right side, and he's tackled out of bounds after a gain of about 5. They're going to say keep the clock going.
With the ball in his hand, Greg has rushed for 322 yards tonight.
That's right. That's right. That's right. With
but
it out
most
of his
it's
hands,
going
he's run for another
east
100.
and west, not north and south.
2nd down, we're going to call it 6 maybe for the Red Raiders here.
Run that football, eat that clock.
9 minutes and 50 seconds here to go in this first half.
I would really love for us to go up and score. And that may have been what Coach Johns was doing, trying to go for 2. So if we can get 2. There goes Matt.
Matt keeps it. He's drugged down by his shirt.
But if we're able to get 2 the next time and get up by 30, we may can have a continuous clock.
That's that linebacker you were talking about, Jamie and Johnson there. Yeah. He showed some strength, the sophomore. He had Matt by the shirt, and we haven't seen that many times this year where Matt gets drugged down just by a jersey.
This time of the year when he keeps the ball in his hand, I just get all tensed up. I'm give out at the end of the game because I want him to stay out of harm's way.
He puts it up here again to Devontae O'Neal, and Devontae comes down with it for a touchdown. He falls right across the pylon down there and just stays in bounds.
Devontae, man, they went up like it was a rebound.
He boxed out, utilized his body there. He's every bit of 6'3", I'd say. Every bit of that, maybe even 6'4". I don't know how tall the kid is. what we have on record is not what he is right now. I can tell you that. That kid's growing all year long, not just
sure
in
has.
stature, but in really confidence. You can see his confidence build as the season's gone on.
I would say
really,
he's one of the kids that has really, really done something. Get in there,
Drell Green.
Yes,
He
that's
goes
the way to
across
fight.
the left side, uses his Herschel imitation there right at the end to go in for the 2-point conversion. It's 30-0 here in this
Some
first
may
half.
say that we're trying to run the score up, but I don't think that's the case. I really do think what Coach Johns wants to do is to be up by 30, and that's why he's going for 2. I think that's the case, is to be up by 30 so that we can have a continuous clock and cut down our exposure when it comes to the second half. Get our kids in here, get a win, and get them out of here because we're just trying to get in, get out. Next week we're at home against Bryan County, and let's just get out of here with the least amount of damage that we can do. I don't look for us to try to run the score up on anybody, but I do look for us to try to play some kids maybe in the second half that not got to play.
That's just what I was fixing to say. This is where you would love to be able to get some new faces in there and let some of those kids get in and play some ball. And maybe some of these kids for the Rebels as well to get in and play that haven't been able to get much playing time possibly this year. You know, when it was 30-0 and it was time for the other football players to come in, that's usually when I came in.
Greg Wright kicking the ball off.
And they just fall on it right there at the 30-yard line. He was going to pick it up. He bobbled it a couple times and then just wisely fell on it. That's number 10 for them, Kendavius Smith. He has speed, so they had him in the right spot. They knew what we were going to do, but couldn't capitalize. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rebels now at about the 32-yard line.
And we're already bringing in some new faces. Jay Jackson checks in for the first time tonight. We've got our same secondary. He's coming up underneath center. Man, they've had a different set just about every
4
play.
wide receiver set now. And he's just going to keep it and try to stutter step.
Good
and
play
he's
by
not
our
going to make
defensive end.
He's not going to make a living against our defense by tiptoeing in the hole, I can tell you that.
He better make his decision quick, hadn't he?
Yep. So it's 2nd down and 8 now, we'll call it, for the Rebels. 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this first half. The cheerleaders for the Rebels are having a good time.
Yes, they are.
It is the perfect football night here.
We got any updates on the Lowndes score?
I just got an update, and it is 7-0, Lowndes County on top of Camden early.
Oh goodness! They're playing in. They're playing in the Cement Palace over there.
Yep, in the Concrete Palace.
Concrete Palace is what they call it.
That's where they're at.
Some people call it the Concrete Palace. Lowndes County calls it home.
Yeah.
The Plowboys.
But in the game that really matters for our Red Raiders here tonight, Vidalia has gone up on top of Toombs 20-0 in that ball game. Thank
you, Jesus.
And that is, I haven't seen what's going on in that ball game, but if Vidalia is up 20-0 on Toombs, that's who's responsible.
I love you. I love me some Lance Wade. Tell it like T.I. is.
The team we saw just in our assessment, I know you and I have done some talking on those two teams, and Vidalia earned every bit of it as they beat us last week. You know, they did
I was
what they
not
had
as
to
impressed with their team as I was. Now, maybe they had an off night, but.
Well, and maybe they had some people out and people hurt. You know, you never know. They just may not have been up for us or whatever, but they know it's time to play ball. And I'm glad they know it's time to play ball. Great punt. This time by the Rebels, and they execute a nice punt there. That's about a 10, 20, 30, about a 41, 42-yard punt there as it goes down to our 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders now. 6 minutes and 37 seconds to go in this first half, and your Red Raiders are up 30-0.
We're beginning, let's see. I'm looking to see if we've got any new personnel, but I don't see any really new personnel that's checking in for us.
Nope, we have all our normals out there, and there's going to be an official's timeout here.
Uh-oh, he's talking to one of the number 5, the senior. Chris Williams is who he's talking to. I really don't know what the situation was.
Regardless, Coach pulls him off the sideline, gets him out of the game. DeJuan with another nice run up to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders.
It looks like it's 1st down on our own 34.5-yard line, and we're running the clock. We're doing the things that we need to be doing right here. Matt looks over, gets his play, calls the play, and brings up his troops. He looks over the defense, steps up underneath center. Richard goes in motion, turning his pitch to Richard Crawford. Richard shows his speed. Oh, goodness.
Man, does he. Flag on the play, though.
Going to call a penalty on us.
As Crawford
Bless his heart.
Crawford just still refuses to go down. As he pushes the defender away, and he takes it all the way down, and you see the white hat saying, "Come on back, boys," and that isn't the "come on back" we want.
No, holding.
It's going to be a holding against our Red Raiders.
I don't know who it could have been on. I would have said it was on Kyrie, but I don't know as wide and as deep as they threw it. I'm not sure that it would have been, or maybe.
Well, where that's at, it's going to be 1st and 21 when they set that thing in motion. So Vidalia is all over Toombs County tonight. What was the latest? 20 to nothing. 20-0.
As you're looking, you see big number 73 for Atco as he's give out. He's coming off the field. He's run all the way down the field. He's tired. But my understanding about this kid, number 73, Dylan Garcia, who is a senior, that he had some weight issues to where he had ballooned up over 400 pounds, but he has lost over 100 pounds to be able to come and compete. And my hat's off to that kid. I mean, he's really, when he started, he was out of shape, and he's hung with it. He's played 4 years of football, and it's got him back in reasonably good shape. And you know what? That's quite an accomplishment.
Amen. I'm telling you what, if he lost 10 pounds, I say amen. I can't lose them. As Merritt's met in a hole, and they play touche there as Merritt bounces off of him and then goes for a gain of a couple yards. I don't know if they both surprised each other there in the backfield, but the defender there for the Rebels just kind of didn't wrap up or do anything, and Merritt fell forward and gained a few more yards after contact.
You know, the holding call was on the other side of the field from where we're at, but I'm anxious to get home and watch that play. I just didn't see where there was any holding. I'm not questioning. I would just like to see what it looked like for a holding. Not that we couldn't have held, but I didn't see it. There you go, Matt. Good play with
Matt rolls out. And a tip ball, and we almost have a chance to come down with it there, as it was tipped a couple times, and Dylan Miles was in position at the first down marker.
I thought Dylan was going to catch it.
Old Lady Luck just dropped it right on us right then. Well, it's going to be 3rd down and long.
You think they're going to throw the ball to Devontae this time?
I say Matt keeps it.
Think so?
No, I think we're going. Yep. I'd say Devontae would be a good call, or Greg Wright on one of those little crossing patterns.
You got Devontae out here against number 5. And that's where I'm throwing the ball, I think.
And Matt is sacked as we could not get the block on. Is that number 28 for the Rebels?
Yeah, number 28,
Martin.
And DeJuan just missed his block.
Senior. Aljavon Martin. Sacks Matt back for 10 more yards. So it's going to be 4th down and forever, and we're going to be forced to punt out of our own end zone here. Right close to it anyway. T.J. Wiley sets on about the 2-yard line to kick it away, and it gets the kick off. It's not one of his best punts, but it should get a favorable roll. Doesn't even do that. Goodness. It's going to be down at about the 38-yard line, so the Rebels have to be feeling good about that scenario. 1st and 10 for the Rebels as their defense stands strong on that series. And, you know, I'm always for the underdog, and so I have to say I'm kind of proud of them guys for standing up like that and stopping us. 1st and 10 for the Rebels. They take over on the 38-yard line. You're a homer.
I just want us to go in 30-0, so at the beginning of the second half we can keep the continuous clock. Just got another update on the Vidalia score, Vidalia and Toombs, and it's now Vidalia 27, Toombs County nothing. Atkinson County calls a timeout. I don't know what the call was, but there's been a penalty assessed against Atkinson County. I'm having trouble keeping up with the white hat from where he's making the calls. It being a 15-yard penalty, it must have been some type of personal foul penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct, but I wasn't able to see the call. And Mr. Ref, did you see, was it a personal foul? Yeah, that guy okay, unsportsmanlike conduct.
I think somebody for Atkinson County just keeps talking and has yet to quit talking in spite of what anybody else can do, and so they keep calling these personal fouls and try to get that young man under control. But it's going to be 1st and quite a little bit here for the Rebels. I guess that'd be 1st and 25, wouldn't it?
I think the call was against number 23, Jaquavius Landers. I'm not positive about that. But that's the one that the coaches are talking to. Atkinson County sure didn't need that, but it helped our cause. Now got 1st and 25. Nothing there. Jay Jackson with the tackle, along with a host of Red Raiders.
Gain of a few. It's going to be 2nd down, and we'll call it 21 now. It's 3 minutes to go in this first half with our Red Raiders up 30-0.
That carry was by a junior, David Guyona, which is their fullback. I believe that's the first time he's carried the ball tonight.
So 2nd down and forever here for the Rebels. As Bacon County, we've just come out and taking it to them here, just what we needed to do.
Just way to set it edge, cut
Their
it inside.
quarterback cuts it up.
Play by Jay Jackson again.
I think he was just running from our linebacker on that play to turn it up. I don't blame him. 3rd down and about 20 now. Or 3rd down, and we'll call it 18. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go as the clock's going to continue to tick here.
I'd really like to see a pick 6 here. Just not to try to rub it in, just so our defense can come up big. We need something big. Our defense, by the way, played an outstanding game last week. Outstanding game.
Our defense has been our savior all year.
Good play by Drell.
Great play.
Good play by Drell. He came flying up and made a very good tackle. They may have had a guy open across the middle, but there was such pressure on the quarterback, he had to get out and try to run it. I don't know if they're going to fake it or what they're going to do right here, but with 1:33 seconds left in the second quarter and the time's ticking, I'm not sure if I were where they're at on the field that I don't take a delay just to run a little bit more time off the clock.
Yeah, 1:20 here, 1:15. Fourth down. People are bringing food in here behind us. I'm hungry. Nobody's bringing me any food. Hey, guys, can I have a hot dog or something?
Let's see.
Fourth down and forever. They're set to pump, but they're going to make sure they burn every second they can off the clock. 58 seconds to go. 5-yard penalty is going to back them up. 58 seconds to go in this first half, which seems like it's taken forever, and it's been good for the guys in white here tonight, but it still hasn't been beautiful by any means.
The clock shouldn't be running, should it? On a delayed game, they shouldn't be running the clock, I don't think. But they are.
Kick's going to eventually roll dead at about the right inside the 20-yard line at the 19. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders with 33.3 seconds left. You take a knee and let's go to the.
I think that's what you do too.
To the field house or wherever we're going to go. I don't see I guess there is a field house down here in the north side here.
27-0, the last score that we had on the Vidalia-Toombs County game. The biggest game of interest that we've got in our region tonight. We also have Long that's taking on McIntosh. Metter is at Bryan, or Bryan is at Metter, I'm sorry. Jeff Davis is at Benedictine.
And so Matt takes the ball, he puts it.
Ronnie Peterson. That's going to run the clock out, I think.
Going to be 24, and the clock's going to end. That's going to be the end of the first half. So we'd like to thank C. Bennett and Johnson for making this ball game to be able to be put on the air tonight, and we appreciate all that they've done all year in supporting these Red Raiders. Thank you, C. Bennett and Johnson. That's going to end the first half here with your Red Raiders, Rev, putting it together just like what we said we had to have. Come out and play football and do what we needed to do what we're expected to do. Good teams beat the people they're supposed to beat. Great teams beat those they're maybe not even supposed to. We fell short of the great, but we're looking forward to great things to come. With the score in Vidalia being 27-0, it doesn't secure us a playoff spot, but it sure does open up a hole for one to see it.
Well, it makes us feel better about our chances, and I'm very proud of our Red Raiders. It could have, after the big loss last week, the heartbreaking loss, we could have come down here and slopped around, but we came out here and we took care of business. We've handled business. We've executed offensively. We've pretty much scored at will, to be honest with you, Lance. We've thrown the ball well. We've run the ball well. We played defense well. They've not come close to sniffing our end zone. And so, my hat's off to the coaching staff and to our players who have come here and taken care of business. I'm excited to see the score that's going over. I'm really surprised that Vidalia is taking it too. I would think there would have to be something like turnovers, or Toombs has just decided to quit. I don't know what it was, but Vidalia is taking care of business tonight, and for our playoff lives, I'm thankful. We're going to take a real quick break. It looks like our Raiders are about to take the field, our band. We're going to let you enjoy it back home, and after that, we'll be coming back with the second half. Stay tuned as Joe Boatwright comes and talks a little bit about our first half stat. Ooh, you got some new rides, baby.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Well, welcome, Raider Nation, to the Foster Rowland Automart of Baxley halftime show. I want to thank you for joining us and staying with us here. Hope you enjoyed the Raider Regiment. Once in a while, I'm able to get some audio for them, and I'm more than glad those kids out there work as hard as anybody else at our school at what they do, and I'm real proud of. I teach a lot of them in my class, and I'm real proud of them as well as I am as the football players. So I definitely wanted to make that known. My name is Brent Johnson. I'm acting like I'm running the show here, but Joe, I think, wanted me to bring it in.
I did.
But I'm here with Joe Boatwright, and I can't replace him by no means.
Nope.
But I'm going to try to fill his shoes. And he's listening to us right now, about 7 hours ahead of us in Kuwait, all the way across the deep blue sea there, Joe. And we're so proud of Shane and what he does and how he not only serves our country but our community. I'm glad he's listening. I'm hoping he's got a few buddies there with him.
Well, for him to, keep him in your prayers when he's off serving our country. We do miss him, and generally he opens this thing up. But the Shane and Joe show tonight's going to be the Brent and Joe show. Just glad to be here. Appreciate what he does for us and for our country, and we sure miss him. Look for him. Get back. Y'all keep him in your prayers. Run through a few statistics for you right now. We have Atkinson County has 16 carries for 45 yards, 1 reception for 5 yards. They have 50 yards total offense. Bacon County has 165 yards rushing, 72 yards passing for 237 yards. It's just been an all-out attack tonight. They've moved the ball at will. Several passed the ball well, made some good plays. Seen some plays tonight we hadn't seen all year long.
Yeah, we have. We've seen some new formations. I know one that comes to mind was Thrift in the shotgun and back there by himself.
Sure.
And he would take it and run, or he'd hand it off on that jet sweep, what I would call it.
He's made some good reads on them passes, too. I mean, he's picked out the open receiver and made some – receivers has made some good catches.
He really has. Coach John said he was going to try to get the ball outside to the sidelines as quick as he could this particular game. Now, he did say, although this team has struggled this year, they do have a couple athletes on this team that can run. And they've shown that tonight. And that was, he knew he wasn't necessarily going to be able to run it all up and down the field, but he definitely want to try some things and open it up a little bit.
He's done a good job, and he's kind of spread the ball around. We got DeJuan Merritt's got 46 yards rushing. Darrell Green's got 31 yards. Ronnie Peterson's got 30 yards. Greg Wright's got 30. Matt's got 18. TJ's got 10. He's just kind of spread the ball all around, and that's just in the rushing. And the passing, Matt's 5 for 6 for 72 yards. Devontae O'Neal's got 2 receptions for 45 yards and 2 touchdowns. Greg Wright's got 2 receptions for 24 yards. Ronnie Peterson caught a 3-yard pass, and it was for a 2-point conversion.
That's right. Well, that's definitely what – I know that's what the players like to see.
Oh, yeah.
We as fans like to see that.
Oh, yeah.
With no disrespect to Atkinson County, it's hard. You want to be careful how you describe a team or talk about a team, but we are the better football team here tonight. And,
oh, yeah.
And we've been able to we had a few mistakes. Had one fumble there in the first half, a little hiccup there. But our kicking game isn't quite as solid. We know we attempted one extra point. I think it was blocked, and then we've gone for 2 every time.
Every time. That's
and
right.
So we'll see how that goes in the second half. But for the most part, we've played a really solid first half.
Oh, yeah. They've been impressive. And like I say, we're the better team. And Atkinson County really don't have nothing to be upset, because really, if you look right at the numbers this year, they've been the best team on the field every game.
That's it.
And just
right,
made a few errors here and there that's cost them a couple of games, but they have pushed teams around. They've been the best team on the field all year long.
I believe it in my heart that if we can somehow, and we'll get to this after this segue here, if we can somehow squeeze into the playoffs, we're going to be a team to reckon with first few rounds of the playoffs and even deeper. I really believe it in my heart. Once we get some things rolling, correct a few of those mistakes that are correctable, we can get some things happening. Now, that's one of the interesting questions people have, and they've been talking about it all night. And one question that hopefully will be answered. We can't count our chickens before they hatch, but Joe, the last score we got on the Vidalia Toombs game, it was 27-0 Vidalia with just a couple minutes to go till the half. So I'm assuming that we're looking at 27-0 at worst, 27-7 if the teams happen to run one back on the kickoff or something of that nature. That's a little surprising to me, actually. It's a pleasant surprise because if Toombs does not lose tonight, then we are not going to be in the playoffs.
That's right.
But if Vidalia does continue this trek and they beat Toombs, what that does is it puts us and Toombs in a actually we have the same record, but we hold the tiebreaker with them. And but what it does is it puts our ability to get in the playoffs back in our hands.
That's right.
The only last option there is for next Friday night. Benedictine will play McIntosh.
Mm-hmm.
If Benedictine can beat McIntosh, that gives McIntosh 2 losses. Benedictine stays at 2 losses. So we have Vidalia the number 1 seed, Benedictine the 2 seed, McIntosh the 3 seed, and because that Toombs and us, due to their loss tonight, hopefully, we would have 3 losses apiece, and we own the tiebreaker because we beat Toombs, so we would automatically be the 4 seed.
Right.
Okay. Now, the other scenario, people say, what's this mini game talk? What are you talking about? Well, if Benedictine does not beat McIntosh and McIntosh defeats Benedictine, that gives Benedictine, Toombs, and us 3 losses. Now, we beat Toombs, Toombs beat Benedictine, and Benedictine beat us. So there's no tiebreaker because it's just a round robin there.
Right.
So what the White Book says with the GHSA is that there would be a 3-team mini playoff game, tournament, whatever you want to call it, the Monday following the last Friday night football game at a neutral site. And we've discussed a little bit about where that might be. It's basically based on locality, maybe Metter or maybe Long County would be sort of in between our schools. Out of the 3 schools, somehow, I don't know if it's a coin toss, they pull the number out of a hat, but one of the 3 teams would get a bye. And we got team A, B, and C. All right, team A gets the bye, B and C plays. The winner of that first matchup, and it is 2 5-minute halves, not quarter, 2 5-minute halves. The winner of that first game is automatically in. Now we don't know what seed they'll be just yet. Okay, so the winner of that first game is in. The team that's the bye plays the loser of the first game. The winner of that game is in. Okay, and how to determine the seeding of 3 and 4 is who. If it's, let's just say we're fortunate and all these things fall into place, we win a game, we're a winner, and Toombs is a winner in the mini game. Okay, we beat Toombs in the regular season, head-to-head, we get the 3 seed, they get the 4 seed. That's how that's determined.
Well, that's clear as mud.
That's right. That's perfect.
You've done a good job.
And I hope we can get to at least to that. Obviously, the very least, if things progress, we win tonight. They take care of business.
Right.
At the very least, we get the mini game series, and
Sure.
I like our chances playing 2 5-minute halves.
Yeah,
with any team, much less the 2 that'll be there. So.
And those teams, if you go by what circumstances show, would probably be us, McIntosh, Benedictine.
No, it'll be if everything plays out, it'll be us, Toombs, and Benedictine.
Okay.
In that mini playoff, unless strange things happen. We still got. This
week and next.
We still got next week. Bryan County's going to be a frisky team. They got some athletes, and they can play some football. So, we still got to take care of business. But bottom line is, if Toombs lose tonight, it's back in our hands.
Okay.
It's back. We control our destiny.
Well, what we need to do is take care of business here, take care of business next week, and the rest will take care of itself.
That's exactly right. If we can somehow squeeze in the playoffs, I tell you what, I think good things are going to happen.
Oh, yeah, I think we got a good opportunity. If we can get into, like I said, if we can get into that playoff the way this team has played this year and cut out, and it seems like the ball never bounces in a direction that helps us.
That's right.
It bounces an opposite way, and it bounces for everybody else.
That's
but
right.
They've played well. The record is they're 500 in the record tonight. We'll get this game and get this win,
right.
Get out of here and win next week, take care of our own business, have a winning record. We go into that with a new energy.
That's right.
And things will look good for us.
That's right. Well, we're going to wrap things up here as the players are coming back on the field, and the time has expired on the scoreboard. Again, that was only score that was the most important score we need to report is ours and the Vidalia teams. But we thank you for joining us here again. If you're listening, buddy, I hope I did you justice. You go get some sleep. Like I said, it's about 2:30, 3 in the morning where you're at, and it's the 3rd. It's
That's
November
right.
3rd there. It's still the 2nd here. But once again, we want y'all to remember Shane, and we'll keep talking about him after tonight. Maybe
not.
I was just glad we was able to stream this game. I was concerned that he wasn't going to get to watch it,
Yeah.
but it worked out that way. And thank all of you for joining us here on this BCTV production on Play On live on the Play On Sports Network, on the GHSA network. And once again, we want to thank. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our sponsors. We want to thank Foster Rowland Auto Mart for sponsoring the halftime show. We want a special thanks to C. Bennett and Johnson Insurance of Alma. David Johnson he's got a heart for football, a heart for Bacon County, and these young people, and he's just tickled to death to be able to give a little bit of his money back to his community. And I'm going to miss somebody, but pre and post game, I want to thank Flash Foods. I want to thank Southeast Propane. I want to thank Cohen's of Alma.
Right.
For being a part of that as well.
Makes this all possible for y'all to get to watch these games when you can't come. Fixing to kick it off, get ready for it. We hope y'all stay tuned. Shane, we love you. We miss you. We keep you in our prayers. See you, brother.
Some of them I do.
Well, yeah. Okay.
That's the way they treat us coming in. That's true. Took kind of personal, you know. Especially when a little snobby joker talk to me. I look trying to be smart on it.
I mean, how is it that everybody's gotten in free, and ain't none of us gotten in?
Appreciate it if they did.
I will snatch it up.
Do something to drink on the way home.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
All right, so we come back here to start this second half, and we're kicking it away to the Rebels. And we did what we wanted to do in the first half. We have a 30-0 lead. Vade is winning 27-0 last we heard. Things that couldn't have gone really any better than the way they have here early for our Red Raiders.
I think we dodged a significant bullet when we had the 2 unsportsmanlike conduct calls, and we didn't have a player ejected.
So the ball carrier's brought down at the 38-yard line. A couple scores from over in Valdosta area. Valdosta and Lowndes County and Camden are tied 7-7 at the end of the first quarter, and Brunswick and Valdosta are tied at 10 in the first half, or at the half, I think. At the end of the first half, Brunswick and Valdosta are tied 10-10.
I'm a little bit surprised that Brunswick is on the same field with Valdosta.
And now we see a totally different. Okay, now they're going to bring a guy out wide here, but they had everybody in tight.
Handed it off deep.
The ball carrier's met after about a yard gain on the play.
Well, Lance, we've traveled to Darien, we've traveled to Atkinson, we've traveled to Toombs, Benedictine, and where else have we traveled this year? Metter. Is that about it in our travels?
Yeah, I think that's it.
And who's got the best hamburger?
I think, hands down, I think that one in Toombs County we had.
The Billy Burger.
That Billy Burger in Toombs County was something to talk about.
That was the stuff.
I've been telling the electronic clock operator over here beside me that he needs to drive to Toombs County and get him one of those Billy Burgers if he hadn't.
Well, it would be worth the drive, I'll be honest.
It was a good burger. It was so good they sold out from how many we ate, I believe.
And the place with the worst sand gnats.
Yeah, that would be Sand Gnat City.
Better known as Darien.
McIntosh County. I don't see how those guys tolerate that mess. If I had a football helmet on and all them pads and them sand gnats eating me up.
He's rolling out their quarterback. He's got a little bit of a lane. He's going to get a
Thrift.
first down.
Thrift just does get to him to slow him down. He gets a first down, though. He exits out of bounds right at the midfield stripe. They're going to mark him a yard short. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Rebels now to start this second half.
I'm not sure that that Romeo's not a little bit hindered when it goes laterally with his speed. I think he can take people on head up, but because of that knee injury, I don't think he's quite as fast to the edge as what he was before the injury. So we're missing a little bit of linebacker play when they come to his side. It's not lack of effort. It's just because of the injuries. But he's such a good run stopper up the middle. Quarterback follows him in.
Nice gain.
They've actually put together 2 pretty good-looking plays right here.
Nice gain, and that's their best thus far, just looking at them. That's their best offensive, maybe even the best athlete on the field for them is their number 22 there.
Yeah, we faced him when our JV played over here. He was the JV quarterback that day, and I don't know if it's because of attrition or injuries, but he's taken most of the snaps tonight from in the quarterback position. He's just a sophomore. There he goes again.
He does same play, follows the running back in the hole, and they use some offensive linemen to push him forward a couple more yards. It's going to be 3rd and short. Good play. The Rebels showing a little fire here to start this second half. I like it.
I do too. We check our first team defensive front back in. They are running against our second team defensive front, which those guys are playing good. It's nothing taken away from our second teamers. They've just not had a lot of playing time. This is really probably some of them's first action, varsity action this year. Let's see if they can get it against our number 1. Oh, he did.
And he gets a first down as Ronnie Peterson played the pitch there. Went right by the quarterback on that play. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Rebels as the clock continues to run. There's just about 8 minutes to go. They've already burned 4 minutes off the clock here at the start of the 3rd period. And this is going about the opposite the way it went in the 1st quarter.
Mm-hmm. Number 10 is a good-looking athlete. I don't know that I wouldn't turn back, pitch it, or hand it to him. Where they're gashing us into me, that's exactly what they do.
That's what they do, and he runs out to the right, and he got some speed, and there a flag comes in. That's going to be a holding call.
See the white hat holding against them. He's going to push them back.
And Wesley for the Rebels knew what the call was as well, as he just turns around to the coaching staff and says, "Hey, y'all, it was a hold. What we're going to do now?" So that backs them up 10 yards. It's going to be 1st and 20 now for the Rebels, just what they didn't want to do.
No,
come out and get a couple first downs or down 30-0. They just want to come out and play football. And now
but having said that, Lance, they've not quit. They've still played. They've not completely quit. They're still out here trying. And, Atkinson County is a lot like us. just getting introduced to this 2A, going up a classification, this 2A football, and we're finding it a little bit difficult to navigate, a little bit different than single A. Come on, Dylan.
Wesley rolls out to his left, and he throws up a duck, and we go over his back as T.J. Wiley could have gotten flagged for some pass interference there.
He could have.
As he went, he did as good as he could to not interfere, as he's about 3 inches taller than the receiver there, but regardless, if the pass goes incomplete, second down and still 20, that the quarterback just got hit as he was throwing the ball. He couldn't get anything, couldn't step into it, couldn't do anything. So that was just an up for grabs kind of a ball. Not an unfamiliar ball that you see in high school football. Definitely wasn't a Matt Ryan pass, let's just say that.
This took you two and a half quarters to talk about the Guyana, is that his name? Guyana?
Yep.
David Guyana. Fullback. That's the second time he's toted the ball tonight.
He's got some good-looking shoes on him.
Yeah.
Third down.
Are those orange or orange?
I don't know. They're bright.
I heard a lady in the store the other day say she wanted an orange drink. I don't know the difference.
Half of the third quarter is now gone, and we haven't seen the ball yet.
No, we haven't.
Trying to get the pass off. That's a. They're going to call it a fumble.
There goes
and
Jay Jackson. Hold the ball,
Jay Jackson holds it and goes down to the 45-yard line, and he just started running, and he's been, I guess you could say, he's not even chicken winging it though. He's just like really cavalier with the way he's holding that ball when he runs with it, and
that's
it just slips out of his hand. Yeah,
it's and we suffer from the same thing sometimes.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders here to start our first series of the second half. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. As the clock continues to run, they're going to do a continuous clock, it looks like, since we're up 30 points.
There go Big Dewan, massive hole. Falls forward for about a 7-yard gain. One of Atkinson's players a little bit slow, number 10, a little bit slow getting up. Kendavius Smith, I think he may have took a knee from Dewan into the helmet region.
Dewan would not be a fun ball carrier to try to come and tackle.
I don't want me none of Dewan when he's coming through there. He's got a low center of gravity, and he's just knees and elbows when he comes through there.
He looks a little bit like Michael Turner.
Yeah.
If anybody's familiar with the running back for the Atlanta Falcons.
There goes Dewan again. Picks up a first down, looks like. Let's see. Yes, they're waving it on. First down.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders here. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Have I told you there, Rev, that the Falcons are undefeated on the season? Have we talked about that at all?
And is it Sunday night they play the Dallas Cowboys? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Somebody's already requested that I hold my sermon down so they could get there for the pregame show. What do you think?
How you think that's going to go for them?
Jesus or Falcons?
That's what I was fixing to say. How you think that's going to go for them?
I'm going to have to vote Jesus, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Nice pass again as Thrift is working on his passing game here in Pearson, Georgia tonight. 7-yard gain on the first down play there. 2nd and 3.
And we're running a no huddle again, working on some things.
And these are things we're going to have to do.
Goes Dewan, kind of a high snap from a shotgun, something that we're not used to, but another first down, 5-yard gains as the clock continues. We're going to get out of here in a hurry. Let's see, he stopped the clock and he winds it again.
Yeah, they're going to keep the clock going. I noticed a second ago. The clock's been running, so 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. I don't think I could. Clock operator sitting over here beside us here in the press box, and I don't think I could stop him if I wanted to. He's looking mighty happy to keep that clock going tonight.
Our snap is getting back. It looks like he's floating it a little bit more each time he snaps it, and he's going to have to put a little oomph on it, get it back there.
Now,
because our running back is having to stop and wait for the ball to get there, which is giving them time for pursuit. Oh man, the seam's wide open. TJ, good catch.
He passes it, and he doesn't catch it. He bounces off. He lets it get into him. Doesn't catch it with his hands. The ball bounces off of his chest there, and it goes incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. It's still 7-7, Lowndes versus Camden, and no update on the Vidalia score, I don't believe. Last we heard it was 27-0.
There goes Matt. Is he going to be able to get a first down? Yes, he is.
He is going to get a first down and more as he takes it down to about the 7-yard line.
Good play. I think we're going to probably see, because we don't have a lot of personnel, we'll probably see a spattering of our starters staying in. But I think we're going to begin to see after this score. We'll begin to once we make this score, I believe we'll see we'll begin to see some of our other players come in. Watch it, Matt.
Yeah, Matt just got rid of it. Then he felt pressure on the backside as we had a defender that we just turned loose, and he had free reign at Matt, and Matt never saw him. I don't think he just felt him. Got rid of the ball quickly. It's going to be 2nd down and goal now. That's going to come close to ending this 3rd quarter here. We may get one more play, and that'll probably wind up this.
There's DeJuan, and he's going to walk in.
DeJuan Merritt's going to score. I don't know what the white hat was signaling. Stop the clock or something. And we go in for the score, and it's getting crazy in Pearson, Georgia tonight. I'm looking at the Pearson coaches, and
they're
they're
you want to call timeout?
I don't know if they're having some conversation with the ref or what. I'm laughing because I've been on the end of some of those frustrating nights, when nothing's going your way, you can't get anything, and the referee's doing stuff, waving his arms, and you're thinking, what's going on? Are we still even playing football? And so that's the way it's been for Atkinson County tonight. Thank you, C. Bennett & Johnson, for giving us Friday night football each and every Friday night all year long. C. Bennett & Johnson, we appreciate you.
Really appreciate C. Bennett & Johnson. Our update, Valdosta 17, Brunswick 10. That's the most recent update that we have. And the last score that I have is Lowndes 7, Camden 7.
Do we know what Coffee's doing or anything?
No, I can't find it exactly what the Coffee score is.
So Brunswick has gone up on.
No, Valdosta's up.
Valdosta's, okay. So the coach is still talking with the white hat. White hat says, "Have a nice day. I'm tired of talking.
Yeah.
I'm coming to play a ball game here. You can go coach if you want to." 36.
We really need to get this right. We're going to have some extra points.
And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 37-0 here in Pearson, Georgia tonight, as our Red Raiders have just.
Well, we've taken care of business.
Yeah,
care of
I
it.
mean, we've just done. I wanted to say, Rev, that we've done nothing wrong. We have done some things wrong, but considering the wrong things we've seen this year, it almost seems like nothing.
No. And Atco, I think it's the time of year they're tired of taking it on the chin, and this continuous clock's probably a blessing for them. Have you ever been in games when you just think the clock would never end?
I've been in a lot of those games, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I've been a ready, willing participant in many of those games. I played some junior high games at Lowndes Middle, and son, it is amazing how, some of the different teams can be good or bad. Your middle school might be good and your JV be terrible, vice versa. And that ball just kept rolling and rolling. And
Greg Wright, the one that kicked it off, almost came down and recovered it.
It bounced off for 2 or 3 defenders, and then the final one for the Rebels finally picked it up and was starting to go, and Greg Wright was there. I've seen the kicker recover the ball, at about 10 or 12 yards on an onside kick. I have not, however, seen him kick one 60 yards down the field and go down and recover it. That would have been a nice play. That's what you call a kicker.
We got Will Newberry in. We've got a lot of our second-string players in at this time. Good play. That's Will Newberry coming in from linebacker position.
He said, "Hey, baby, don't call me second string. I'm out here tonight." We've got several different new numbers now. We got 68 and 34.
Substitution penalty against us.
Well, hey, if you got 11, it always works better with 12.
What are they calling?
I think we had a unsportsmanlike conduct, 12 men on the field.
Wow.
I think we call a timeout to say what had happened.
We got young freshman Jacob Carver out there wearing number 41.
So there's 25 seconds still to go in this third quarter. Just when I went to bragging on the electronic clock operator, he put the ichnay on the button over there, so he's stopped it all now. I think he's halfway into a cheeseburger or something. I don't know. He doesn't have his eyes on the prize anymore, I'm telling you. He is totally falling off the wagon, and I know a good minute
He looks like
by.
he could be enticed by a cheeseburger.
That's it. 37-0. Good guys are on top. Totally opposite game of the way it was last week. We were scratching and clawing, crying, whining, almost wanting to make two preachers cuss when we were talking to you here last week. This week, seeing the total.
There you go. Good play.
Game.
Uh-oh, got a stiff arm.
Stiff arm.
And they can just expect us being a little bit anxious.
Will Newberry closed quickly, and he figured out what a stiff arm was all about.
He got hit right in the kisser, didn't he?
That was a nice play.
It was a nice play by our quarterback. He's still competing.
And that kid's smaller than Will Newberry.
Mm-hmm.
I think he caught him a little bit by surprise on that stiff arm right there. I bet he ain't happy about it. 2nd down and 7 as he tries the other side now and nothing doing. He may have a yard gain as a flag comes in.
Oh, goodness, what we got now?
Another flag comes in here late. The play
We're clapping
was
our hands.
seemingly almost over.
Holding against Atkinson County. Or the illegal use of the hands.
Now, I don't know if it's a spot foul or I think it is going to be a spot foul. He's tucking his flag in his pocket, probably going to be a 10-yard penalty. And so it'll be, was it second or third down?
Is that a 10-yard or 5-yard?
No, it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it's going to be third down and just about 11. Big penalty there. That's the end of the third quarter. Your Red Raiders are winning 37-0. Things are going right, and the Vidalia score as well, we hope, is still going right. 27-0 last we heard, big score. We keep saying that because if they win, that opens us up to being controllers of our own destiny again. We have to take care of business next week against Bryan County, and we will be in the playoffs. Now, whether we're going to be third or fourth seed, that's yet to be determined.
Whether we play a mini playoff series. Is that what you were understanding down there?
Well, if we lose, if Vidalia wins and we win out, then we're going to be either the third or fourth seed. But if we were to lose next week with a Vidalia win this week, we still would have maybe a mini playoff and some other things coming about. So
I think I heard someone say, now it may have been mistaken, but I thought I heard someone say, no, I didn't hear that.
See, what you thought you heard was what you
I had thought.
Didn't need to repeat because it had
Colquitt 7, Coffee nothing is the only score that I have right now.
Camden scores a field goal to end the half. It's 10-7 in Lowndes County tonight, and the pass is almost intercepted by Kyle. Is that Kyle Wilson?
Kyle Wilcox.
Kyle Wilcox, number 12 for our Raiders. As that was another duck thrown by Pearson, but he has not been able to really set and get into it much tonight. He's been a man on the run.
6-6, McIntosh and Long at halftime.
So fourth down. And they're in punt formation. They faked it last time. Let's see what they do this time.
Oh, boy.
They get a newbie to jump off sides there. Can't blame that on the newbie. We can't keep our regular guys from jumping off sides, so I'm definitely not going to talk bad about a guy.
I'll tell you somebody I've not
anxious.
seen tonight. I don't know if he's hurt. They rested him, whatever, but have you seen Payson?
I have not. Now, we've got several guys that haven't been on the field tonight. Tron Folson hadn't been on the field. Payson Sams hadn't been on the field. Dalton Allman hadn't been on the field.
Now, Dalton, I don't think he's going to get to play the rest of the year. He's had a pretty bad concussion. And,
is that what it is?
Yeah, he's had a pretty bad concussion, and the doctor shut him down. I was out at practice the day that he got that word from the doctor, and he was not a happy young man. You know, you work all summer long, all those workouts, and then you come and not able to finish. And he didn't get hurt in the game. He played a lot, but he got hurt at practice. I think it was on special teams practice. He got hit in the helmet and suffered a concussion. Actually got knocked out, and they had to bring an ambulance to take him in. He was responsive, but when he went back to get examined again, the doctor said there were still some areas of concern. He will be able to play next year. We got Drell Green running quarterback.
Yep, Drell Green in at quarterback. He hands it off to Ronnie Peterson, and it only gets about a yard. It's going to be second down. Well, they're not even going to give us that. It doesn't look like. It's going to be second down and 10 for the Red Raiders. You know, it's not a bad thing for the young man to sit out and actually listen to the doctors. You know, concussions are a major thing at the pro level and even in college. Football is just literally changing before our eyes, and the atmosphere and safety is becoming a higher priority. Drell Green throws a nice pass out to the right to Devontae O'Neal.
Great catch.
He catches it. It had good pace on it. He's got an arm.
Yep. It was a good catch. Devontae reached out with his hands, caught the ball out in front of him to keep the defender on his back. It was really, really a good catch and throw.
good timing and everything. I mean, the pass wasn't a complete spiral and beautiful, but it was right where it needed to be. And I've seen some Peyton Manning passes this year that looked about like that and were right on the money. 3rd down and short for the Red Raiders. We just do get set.
Oh, Ronnie.
And Ronnie cuts it out to the left. There was wide open green grass, but nothing doing. He
That
falls
turf monster
short.
got him.
It's going to be 4th down and short as the defense holds
Timeout
there.
for us.
We're going to call a timeout. I was talking about concussions there, Rev. You know, when we played football, and I know you played football, you know, there just wasn't that much talk about concussions and all that was going on. And, you know, to tell you the truth, I can't even remember really where I was going with this conversation.
Well, I'll be honest with you, concussions was a problem back when I played. People get knocked out the same, and their equipment wasn't as good back then. But I'll tell you, and it's hard for me to admit it because I played 30 years ago, but the athletes that are playing today, I mean, the body can only take so much punishment. And back in the day, you know, in high school, if you had another 180-pound linebacker, he was considered a big linebacker. Well, today the linebackers are 220 pounds. And, you know, even though we've got better equipment.
4th down, and we go for it, and I don't think he made it.
I don't think
he does not make it. The whole offensive line went forward and pushed their men back, but there were some red jerseys holding Drell back, and so the Rebels are going to get it there, 1st down. Great play by the Rebel defense there. They're fired up about it, too. I was kidding with you there, Rev, just a second ago when I said I couldn't remember what.
I started to say something smart, but that was good. That was good.
You know, we play.
Your dry sense like you.
Yeah, we played in a day and time where if you got knocked out, they just rolled you off the field. And, you know, I distinctly remember waking up in an ant bed one time after I got mad at a fullback for knocking the mess out of me. And I said, I'm going to kill him on this play. And, yeah, he knocked me out pretty much. And I woke up. They were pulling my pants. They were saying, Lance. And I woke up and fire ants were chewing on me. And so I was, you know, they teach football a lot better. I don't know if I just might have had some bad coaches or something. I had some good coaches, but I just always would put my head down. And so I had concussions. You know, I would routinely get knocked out. And different day and age today. The helmets, everything's better, and they're going to score. He just breaks it loose, and he goes down, and he goes in for the score. That's number 28. That's number 28, Aljavon Martin for the Rebels, and they are fired up here in Pearson, Georgia. I don't blame them. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go, 37-6. Nice looking play there by the Rebels.
Sure was.
You know, football is a game that we all enjoy. And I know if you're listening, you enjoy it as well, but it really comes down to we want these kids to be safe and have bright futures ahead, and so we need to do everything we do to protect them. And they do not convert on the extra point attempt. And so it's, you know, sad to see a Dalton Almond or whoever it may be. That's who it happens to be on our football team, but you really can't be too safe when it comes to those kinds of injuries. Later in life, you want a kid to have a productive career, being a good citizen and learning more from football than just going out.
And Dalton is he's such a good student too. He's going to go far in life. His dad kind of cracks a whip and makes sure that he does his grades like he's supposed to. And Dalton has got a long future ahead of him as far as his academics and where his education is going to carry him. So I totally agree. Sometimes we lose sight of that because we want to win so badly. But I was reading today about Devon Walker, the young man from Tulane who had the cervical fracture. this year, and the life that he's, looking ahead of him, just praying that some of the swelling that'll go down and he'll be able to regain some range of motion in his extremities. And I was praying for him today. Just, Lord, touch that young man. There he is. He was actually studying molecular biology, and he wanted to go into the field to help people with spinal injuries, and winds up with one himself.
They do an onside kick, and I think we come up and touch it, and they may have it.
I think
if we touched it, they're going to get the ball here. Yeah. Now, I think they do have it, because I think we had a man shoot through there and put a hand on it. If we're listening to their coach is saying it. Well, but I think we touched it before it went 10 yards.
I think that's what I saw.
And the Rebels coach down there saying, hey, look at me. It's 1st and 10 for the Rebels. And they're going to give it to them. And I hate to say it, I think that might be the right call. It looked like we had a guy shoot through there and touch the ball. And so they're going to get the ball here, 1st and 10.
And we bring the first string back in. We've seen all the bleeding we're going to see. Have we got too many players on the field?
Well, we have a player or two extra. So they do the onside kick, and they get the ball back here. There's life in Pearson, Georgia. 22 is going, and he fumbles, and they're going to call him down. They're going to say he was down. Everybody remain calm. Everybody remain calm. I'm starting to get worked up here.
Well, our defensive end was non-existent on that play. I don't know what happened to our defensive end. We got totally sucked inside. We had no containment.
2nd down and 1 now. Second down and 1. The Rebels are in business. They hand it off. It's going to be a 1st down. He's down. He crosses the 40, and he goes down inside the 35, down to about the 33-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rebels here late in this contest. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this ball game. I think there's about 3 striped shirts out there saying stop the clock, but my man over here to my left, he ain't stopping it. He's letting it roll, and now he's got to stop it. The white hat said that's the end of the time there. They call a timeout. As our Red Raiders.
Looks like they got an injury timeout, maybe.
Okay, is that what it is?
Yeah, number 10's limping off the field.
Oh, that's not good. He's not putting any weight on that right leg. Now he's going to put some down. 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go here tonight in Pearson, Georgia. Our Red Raiders have taken care of business and did what they needed to do. Now
sounds like the Vidalia Indians are taking care of business, 34-7 at the end of the 3rd quarter. So,
well,
that's good news for us.
I have a playoff slogan I'm going to break out for us when it's deemed that we're in the playoffs. I want to save it for. No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and break it out. Don't call it a comeback. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm talking about. Don't call it a comeback. I really believe that our Red Raiders, this football team that we have, can make some waves when it comes playoff time.
There you go. There you go.
As we have we have defense on the field now as Jay Jackson strings that thing outside, and that was a good-looking play.
It sure was. And we blitzed Richard Crawford, and he chased him down from behind. That's what made the quarterback break containment and start running. Richard was breathing down his.
Well, and when we have a defensive lineman that can string their quarterback out all the way to the edge of the sideline, that tells you how much better what state of the game we have here tonight. Great play by Jay Jackson.
Right here.
3 wide receivers to the left. Quarterback's going to scramble out that way. He stumbles, and he just falls down. He's going to lose 6 or so yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down.
And
about 15.
clock continues to run.
That's because my man over here, I slipped him a Diet Coke. That's a lie. A minute to go in this ball game. Our Red Raiders are going to come out of Pearson, Georgia tonight with a victory. It's 37-6. 50 seconds to go. We've got a couple more plays here, and this ball game is going to be over.
Yeah. He tries it right up the middle, and that's going to wind it up, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be a fourth down. Yeah, they'll do the customary wait to start the play clock until it gets within 25 seconds. And they'll probably say, start it now, let's go, and that'll be the last play of the game. That's going to be the end of the ball game. We did what we had to do, Rev. Looks like Bidey is taking care of their business too. Great game. I think we called a perfect game. They played a good game.
Well, I think the play call and play-by-play was outstanding. Good job by our officials tonight from the Gold Leaf officiating crew out of Tifton, Georgia. They've done an outstanding job. And as always, we want to thank C. Bennett and Johnson. Also, we want to thank Foster Rowland Auto Mart out of Baxley. We appreciate their sponsorship and all that they do. Red Raiders are still alive. We're still excited about what's going on for this season. And be with us next week as we come back to the Mojo, to Morris Johnson Stadium, where your Bacon County Red Raiders will be taking on Bryan County. It'll be senior night. Get there a little bit early and honor our senior athletes and participants. And be ready for some good slobber knocker, hit you in the mouth, take no prisoner football as we're playing for our playoff lives. For Lance Wade, this is Travis Peavy, and we'll see you next week.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them.